here, and I'm back with another video to talk to you a little bit about the difference between having an Avon helper and having an Avon subseller. And there is quite the difference. Basically, your helpers are people that you give discounts or maybe free gifts to, and your subsellers are the ones that can make some money off of whatever it is that they are selling. So I do have a contract that I do fill out with a subseller. The way I choose subsellers is they're usually people that have either sold Avon before and cannot have an account again, or they're former reps that were on my team, or somebody that just wants to sell Avon but doesn't really want to do the full thing, you know, as a core rep and have like an account number and everything. They just want to make a little extra money. Then they are a subseller. A helper is going to be somebody that just is looking for an Avon discount, looking maybe for some Avon free gifts from you, and so on and so forth. So when it comes to the subsellers, I do fill out something with them because they need to understand what their earnings are going to be and how that's going to work. I do hold them to different things, such as, for example, they do need to purchase their own books if they're making money. I do charge them that at a lower cost. So, for example, it might be $3 for a pack of 10 of books instead of the full amount, because I'm not going to let a subseller make more than a rep would make. Together with the subseller sales and my sales, I'm already President's Club. For those of you that are not yet President's Club or above, you're trying to reach 440 or 1575 or whatever those numbers have to be for that percentage. So you have to go on like a sliding scale. I do that for my subsellers, but they can never make more than 30% as a subseller. If they want to be a rep, then they should sign up to be a rep and they can make up to 50%. So a subseller can make no more than 30%. They get to make that money off of all of their clients. They are required, again, they can purchase their own books at a discount from me. If they would like to have samples, since they are making money, they can purchase samples, bags, all that at whatever our rep cost is. I don't charge them anything different for that. They just, they're running a subseller business. Therefore, they are responsible for their bags and samples and whatnot. If they have returns, there's a section in my contract that states if we have more than one subseller at a time, and let's say Susie returns something and Jane returns something and I have a return, depending on who's got more in the box, I divide that by 3. And if the shipping is $6, say, to send it back, we would divvy that up fairly, $2 a piece, or, if one person has a lot more than the other, then we make it fair. If it's Avon Air or Avon whatever, then of course that person is not having, those items usually get thrown out if they're used items, or if it's something that was a mistake, then of course there's no cost to send those back. But I do have that in here because as a subseller, if they just keep giving you returned shoes or clothes, I mean, you can't keep eating that as a business expense from your subseller just because, and she's making the money. So you have to be able to charge that. I also let them get their demos at cost as long as their order's 50 or more, and as long as if you're President's Club or above, you get up to 3. If you're Honor Society, you get up to 5. If you're at regular level, not yet PC Club, I guess if it's a demo that you are not already purchasing, why not let your subseller have it at cost? It increases your award sales, increases your overall order. You may have a stipulation that they have to have $50 in orders first before you let them order out of the demo book. That is entirely up to you. They can get, of course, their order booklets for free. They are to send me their order the night before order day is due. Sometimes they will have stragglers that come in the next day, but if they miss the boat and I've already submitted it, they got to wait till next campaign. I expect the orders to be sent to me clearly and neatly. Since they're doing the packing and whatever, the easiest way is to have them go onto your website and order whatever it is they need. They can shop by brochure number or shop by product number. Submit that, and that's why they need to do it at least a day prior so that it shows up in your order cart, and they submit it as one giant ticket, okay? I don't accept from a subseller a bunch of little order tickets for each person, and the reason for that is when I am giving her her discounts on whatever she's earned, I'm able to quickly and swiftly go through her entire invoice in the web office, in the invoicing tool, and mark down whatever items were core. How much did she sell? What is the discount? Did she earn up to the 30%? Then I'm going down the line with all of the full earnings products and discounting them at 30. And the fixed items, I only give 10% on those. So we go down the line with that. I adjust their business tools. If they've ordered books, say they wanted 2 packs, then it's $3 each. If they want a demo book, I charge them 50 cents or 30 cents, whatever it is for the demo book, and I just add it to their ticket. So, they are to send me one giant order under their name, and then I go ahead and itemize it. They are responsible for their own invoicing if they're a subseller. So if they're using the Avon order booklets to figure it out, they're responsible for delivering those products, packaging those products, and getting them to their customers just like a full-fledged rep. Basically, I get one box. I look at their invoice just like it's a customer, and I put everything that belongs to them in one box. They pick it up. And when they pick it up, this is very important, especially if you're not really, know your subseller very well. It is important when they pick up promptly on the date that you've agreed in your contract, and that they pay you with cash for the wholesale amount of what's due. Now, if you are somebody that is fairly new and you do not have credit and you must submit your payments first, then you may require your subseller to bring you funds the night before you're getting ready to place the order, or her order does not get placed. So for me, when I work with subsellers, I don't have to collect up front for them, so I go ahead and just submit it, and then all is well. Or if you have a credit card and you're running your business that way, you don't have to worry about it if you're covering it until they bring you the funds. But if you do not have that, then you need to be in your guidelines with your subseller. You need to state in the guidelines that in order to place the order, you will itemize it and figure out what they owe you, and they are to bring it to you, say, the day before of what's due on their invoice. They will collect a full retail from their customers, and that's how they're going to make the money that they are due to make, whether that be 30%, 20%, whatever it is that you decide. Again, mine's on a sliding scale depending on how much they've sold. But yeah, I do not accept, from a new subseller, I do not accept checks or credit cards. I only accept cash when they come pick up, and I expect a prompt pickup. If they do not pick up promptly before my next order is due, or if we have an agreement, this contract can be null and void, I do have them sign the agreement along with me, and I print them a copy. It basically states that this agreement can be changed or altered only with the signature of both parties. However, Lisa Monoson reserves the right to terminate the relationship at any time. I agree to the conditions and understand that Lisa Monoson will hold me responsible for all money due from customers that I order, that I, and then their name goes there, personally take. It is responsibility of the subseller to deliver the product orders and monies to customer orders taken by her in a timely fashion. Any exchanges or credits for products need to be mentioned as soon as possible before the next campaign order is in, so that I can take care of those things, and we sign it. So that's how the subseller works. I hope that was clear enough. Definitely work up a contract. Definitely, set your guidelines on what you're including, what you're not including, and so that there's a clear understanding between you and the subseller as to what he or she is going to be making when they work with you as a sub-Avon rep, basically, without the account number. Now, a helper is a totally different thing. Helpers, to get on that, is somebody that basically takes orders for you. They call them into you with the customer's names and what the customers want. You go ahead and you fulfill those orders, putting those customers in individually. You call that helper back up and you say, this is what these people owe me when this goes through. Give them all the totals. Again, if you must collect up front, if you don't have the means to cover that, then you need to tell that helper, this is what Sue owes me, this is what Joan owes me, this is what Francisco owes me, whatever, and give her all the totals. And then she will get those monies to you, or you pick them up, or whoever. And then, of course, when that order comes back in, it is your responsibility as the rep to bag all those up and bring the orders to the helper. when you bring the orders to the helper, she's going to hand you the envelope if you didn't already get it prior with all the funds in it. So that's just an easy exchange. Now, how does the helper benefit with that? The helper then in exchange gets her Avon at a nice discount. Sometimes it is up to 30% off. And sometimes I will throw in freebies and extras. If there's nothing they need that campaign, I just reward them with a free lotion or free something for helping, with the sales. And so that is basically the difference, everyone. Subsellers make money, helpers get a nice discount or freebie from you, or demos at cost, whatever you want it to be. But make sure that you're very clear in your guidelines. And remember that if you do need to collect up front and you're doing one of these programs, that you have a set agreement with your helper or your subseller as to how that pickup arrangement and payments are going to work for you, so that everybody's really happy in the end. By having a subseller and having helpers in your business, it really can increase your sales. With helpers especially, you're attaining all of that customer information. Therefore, if the helper ever decides that she doesn't want to do it anymore, you're still able to contact all of those customers and take really good care of them. So at any rate, both systems work great to build your business, help you have great contacts, and a lot of times the helpers or the subsellers will become Avon representatives on your team after doing it for a while. That happens a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it explains things a little bit better to you. I will do what I can to see if I'm pretty sure some of my old contracts are old, but I'll see that if I can put some up on teammoneymakers.com. The link's down here with that. And if you're watching this on Campaign Connections, I will see about maybe uploading something there for you. And just remember, if I have, they may need to be modified to the way you want them. Wording, and so on and so forth. Make them your own, but it gives you an idea of how this works. So you guys have a great day. Happy subsellering, if that's even a word, and happy helper finding. Have a great day, guys, and happy Avoning. Bye.